Good day. God bless you guys. Welcome back. My name is Zach, and this is episode 27 in the Healthy, Wealthy, Happy series. Ephesians 6:12 says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." So the Bible says we're going to face these challenges, and God has given us power over all the power of our enemies. So I'm 24 hours in. I worked my 12-hour shift. I'm back to work this week. It's 8:30 right now. So I worked my 12 hours. I got to the gym, got a great workout. I am feeling great. I mean, fasting all day at work, I just felt so much better. I'm realizing like how bloated I felt on that 4 days of eating with the overeating on New Year's Eve. Like I am really not wanting to do that in the next in my next eating window after this week's fast, because I was dragging on that borderline of not being able to eat all weekend, and it didn't feel good. I just had that bloated feeling the whole time just from overeating. So feeling so much better today. Got to the gym and pumped up the weights. I added more weights on everything. I did a half hour on the treadmill, and then I went and did my circuit workout, and I pumped up the weights on every single machine. And some of them are maxed out the whole stack already anyway, but just killed it. Felt great. Like I am so zombie mode right now, about ready to pass out, and it just feels great. So I'm so excited. I'm so happy to be back on the fast. It's the part of the routine where I know I'm losing weight every minute of every day. Oh, so where I left off last night, I was I think it was about 4:30ish, 5 when I ended my video last night, 4:30. I said I'm gonna wait a couple hours and weigh in and go eat. So I did that, and I weighed in and I weighed just under 260. So I was like, I'm eating. But then I went and ate a big bowl of pho, which is tons of broth and meat and veggies. And I never weighed myself again. I just went to bed. Got up this morning, went to work, worked all day. So I just weighed in just now, and I was 260 even again, even after the 24-hour fast. So I think I fell behind a little bit on this 4 days of eating this time. So that's really making me want to not getting hard on yourself. Don't get down. You're gonna have, no progress is ever linear. The strongest man in the world didn't go from lifting 1 pound to 2 pounds to 10 and in an exactly linear motion until he, say deadlifted the world record. It was up and down and up and down and up and down the whole way. So you have to know that it's going to be nonlinear progress, and that you're going to have to learn how to battle through the bumps and bruises in the road. So yeah, just got a great workout. So ready for bed. Started thinking about it today at work. Whenever you have downtime, I'm single. I live alone. My job is pretty solitary, so this might apply to me more than some people. But I think even when you're married with kids, you can grab that 3-year-old and just get a set of 20 in. When I was married with my 5 kids, I did it with all my kids. We'd go shopping somewhere, and I'd be carrying a couple on my shoulders or carrying some on my arm. Just getting those extra workouts. So today I was just I was in my lab, and I was knocking out push-ups and crunches, knowing I'm going to the gym after work, just incorporating it into my whole life, so that this habit, it's just becoming a natural thing to want to be fit and want to be active at all times, not like you're forcing yourself to go to the gym. I couldn't wait to get off work and go to the gym. I felt great. So did a bunch of push-ups and sit-ups or crunches. I can't really do sit-ups real good yet, but so day one, 24 hours into the fast, maybe a little more because I was done eating before this yesterday. But so on the first day of a 24-hour fast, or the first meals you miss, like I had brought up before, especially if you didn't eat good leading up to it, which I didn't because I really overate New Year's Eve, and that kind of threw me into a spin where I ate. Remember, I said I ate ramen noodles, and then I ate the pho last night, which isn't unhealthy, but it's definitely not a pre-fasting meal that you'd want to eat. So come 9 o'clock, when I used to eat on break, I felt that hunger. So I had my black tea in the morning when I got there at 6:30. Then I had black tea at 9, and that knocked out that hunger. And then at noon, I felt the hunger return again, and I had a third cup of black tea, which I normally don't do, and that knocked out that hunger. And then I didn't feel any more hunger the rest of the day. And I wonder, because three cups of black tea was 1 cup more than I usually have in a day, is I just felt so powerful in the gym today. I was just I just felt that jacked up, like, man, I feel great. And it's funny because it's after not eating for 24 hours that I feel so much better. So I knew this. I didn't put any polls up yet, but I don't know if I'm going to because this next eating window might be very small. So I knew I had to work a couple extra days. I don't work just my 412s this time. I work 612s. So I'm thinking, depending on where I'm at, if I fast the 4 days and I'm not below, I got to go back and look. I'm going to write it up here. I think it was 253 because it was 256 the time before that. And I think it was 253 last fast at the end of the last fast. So if I get to this 4th day this week and I'm not like 250 or 249 to keep going because it's work days anyway. And I like to just fast on my work days. That I don't have to cook. I don't have to do anything. You don't have to cook meals. You don't have to pack a lunch. You don't have to bring it. You don't have to heat it up. You don't have to go on break. It's just so much easier for me to just fast on my work shifts, especially 12 hours, because it just burns up the whole day. Between the 12 hours and hitting the gym and it's already 8:30. I'm going to bed in like less than 2 hours. Which reminds me, I got my nighty night tea brewing up here. Oh, did somebody text me? I bet. All right. So like I said, I did 30 minutes on the treadmill. And then I did like 20 minutes of just pumping weights. And here's what I do. I mean, you guys lift weights however you want. I'm just telling you how I do it for this is to not really get big. This is to get toned up and strong, I don't want these huge, big, heavy muscles. I mean, according to my scale, I have more muscle on my body now than I want to weigh total, and you got to incorporate your bone mass and everything else. So, I want to weigh 170 and my body scale says I have like 179 pounds of muscle. And it's too much, it's like my protein levels are too high. You want to be like under 20%. So, so what I do is I just pump iron for 1 minute at a weight that I can do for the whole minute. And it'd be at least 30 reps, just straight 30 reps. And it doesn't have to be like this, it can just be where you just like every 2 seconds so that it's 30 reps after a minute. Or if you want to, if it's, you're halfway through and you feel you got a little juice, you just keep going 35, 40, whatever. But I'm not like doing 3 sets of 10 maxing out. I'm 50, I'm not trying to tear my ligaments. I've done it. When I was in my 30s, I totally ripped this all apart. Took years to heal back up. Like I'm not trying to do that at 50. I wouldn't mind that my muscle mass is reduced by 25% as long as my body fat is reduced by 90%. So okay, so that's kind of that's how I pump the iron, and that's how I feel great. I'm ready for bed. I feel that comfortable smoked. As the military we used to say, we were smoked. And I'm realizing now, and it hit me because my ex-girlfriend works where I work. She doesn't work for the same company, but she comes there as part of the cleaning company. And I saw her today, and it was no big deal. And I just said hi, and everything was fine. And I went about and did my work, and I was like, why am I doing so much better this time? I mean, not related to her. I'm just setting myself up for success. I'm trying to, like I said, that self-love. And, I realize maybe some guys don't appreciate that term. You're just not used to saying self-love and self-care and all these new age type terms. And I'm kind of on board with that same mentality too. So, we can just call it self-respect then, have enough respect for yourself to not put something unhealthy for you before your own respect or, for your own self-love. I can say it now, but I understand if you don't want to say it like that. But so that's what I'm feeling. That was why did I was gaining the weight back? Why did I get ripped? I was in so much better shape than I am now just like 16 months ago. I mean, 18 months ago. I was like way Like when I laid down, my ribs were sticking out, my muscles and were veined out, and people were just complimenting, "Oh my God, you're not overweight anymore at all." And then I got into a relationship, nothing to do with them. Don't think I'm blaming some woman, because I'm not. What I did was I didn't have respect for myself, and to let myself go, not just physically gain weight, but to let your standards, your respect, your love, let it go. And then that's not going to fill that void in your heart. What's going to fill that emptiness? And I got it written here. Love is what's missing. And that self-love and that self-respect, call it self-respect then. And it's that filling that void in the emptiness of your soul with Jesus Christ, and knowing that that's the love you need in your life. And then you'll learn that you'll have self-respect to take care of yourself like Christ wants you to do. Christ said, I don't want to misquote the Bible, but basically it's like, follow me, do the will of God, and all these things will be added unto you. So, if you've ever prayed to win the lottery, you're not reading the Bible right. If you've ever prayed to God, cause me to lose 100 pounds, you're not reading the Bible right. You got to say, God, give me the strength to bust my ass and work for my money. Give me the strength to bust my ass and lose that weight in the gym and eating right and intermittent fasting and however you want to do it. That's how you pray. God's will is not to just place you on top of the mountain, but to give you the strength to climb and forever be climbing. And really, if you read like psychology books and the mind of what makes us feel happy and content and make us feel like we're achieving something in life, accomplishing something, it's when we're doing something that seems like we have a goal, and then whatever we just did feels like we got closer to that goal. And standing on top of a mountain doesn't make you feel like you're climbing. So it's actually the climb that makes you happy. It's the struggle that is the joy. The obstacle is the way to happiness. So don't get down on yourself. Don't give up. Like I said, if you're marching forward, you're loving yourself, you're not giving up, you're winning. Just keep winning. Even when I would gain all the weight back, it's like I knew this day was coming. And in the back of my mind somewhere, I say Zach in the third person as a joke, just so you know, like I'm not like that conceited of myself that I'm talking to myself as Zach, but like I'm listening to my inner voice, and my inner voice is like, Zach, you're gonna get it right someday. Don't give up. And then I'd eat the whole pizza. Like I ain't getting it right today, but and you know what? This is what this series is for, people like that. Like the person that commented, hey, I lost 75 pounds in 3 months doing that, doesn't matter what. Great. That's great. If that works for you, then this isn't the channel for you, because if all these diets worked, then we'd all be thin and nobody would be nobody'd be overweight in the country. The diets are not the problem. It's our psychology. It's our subconscious. It's our habits and our programming. And this is what we have to fix. I mean, this is the only thing. This is the thing you need to fix. Got nothing to do with anything else. Oh, he's losing weight with fasting. He's losing weight with intermittent fasting. He's losing weight with... No, I'm losing weight with the proper mindset. And I'm going to get down to my healthy BMI weight, maybe plus 10 pounds. And it's going to be because of what my mental state was, not because of what exactly I did. And, the guys that can stand there and stand up and say, I did this and I lost. And I'm telling you, those guys had such a strong state of mind that's what if we were already in that strong of a state of mind, I wouldn't be this overweight to begin with, So I'm trying to build up from that. The person, Zach, or whoever's listening, that needs this type of video series is attempting to build up that self-respect and that self-love and find that spirit of the Lord to enter into your life and feel a complete joy of life, a complete happiness. Um, even I think even if I say it, even as I say it, I know I'm not with a significant other right now, but I still feel complete because you have to be complete in the relationship. If you're not, and I don't disagree. The woman, you can call them your better half if you'd like. I don't disagree with that at all. Women are wonderful, and I want to get the right woman when I find her. I have nothing but desire to treat her like a queen and have her treat me like her king, and it's a partnership, but it won't work if you're broken. You're only half. You got to be whole. She has to be whole, and then you share that wholeness together in Jesus Christ. So anyway, that's my take on that, because that's kind of where I got kicked off. Was like, okay, I got to leave. With this whole series, it's like, okay, I got to leave these negative relationships and quit chasing those at one after another to try to replace this emptiness that's just not going to be replaced with those wrong relationships. So all right, I want to say it every day now. I mentioned again in last video, I think that April 1st my goal is to be 218 pounds. So I just want to reaffirm that in every video, in every maybe at the beginning and the end of every video, but I got it written right at the end here. April 1st, 218 pounds. When you have a goal to aim at, it gives you that challenge and that climb and that desire, something to fight for. If I just said, well, I want to lose as much weight as possible, and that's it, no date, no weight goal, so this way I have a definite date, April 1st, and a definite weight, 218 pounds, that I can start to calculate out, like, just by the numbers I've been going by so far. It's almost exactly like that's exactly where I'm going to be, and I might even, like, if it looks like I'm going to dive way below it, just based on how hardcore I get. Cause like, if I'm already going to start bumping up my fast over 4 days, and, that weight's just going to fall off that much faster. So, and like I said, I'm feeling that the reason I was 260 just now coming back from the gym, even though that's what I weighed 24 hours ago, and I only ate one bowl of soup in between. I mean, the muscle mass is packing on as well. I mean, and those muscles hold a lot of water. Carbs get stored in your muscles. As your muscles get bigger, they store more carbs for energy, which is good. That's why I say carbs are good for you. You just can't eat sugar. And with each gram of carbs, there's 2 grams of water. So that's why when they say muscle weighs more than fat, it really does, like a lot more. And that's why when you fast, a lot of times, like I lost 14 pounds in that first 4-day fast, is because all them carbs were gone, which all that water was gone, and that was attached to those carbs. So that's why you flush out. That's why I called it flushing out, but it's basically what it was. So as much as I ate over the 4 days of off work eating, I don't feel like I am like in ketosis yet. I feel maybe close, like my hard workout just got me there. And that's why I like to always go to the gym and pump really hard on the first day of my fast, because the quicker you can get all the glycogen out of your liver and out of your muscles, the quicker your body's going to convert to burning body fat. And then you just have that many more hours of body fat getting burnt up. So, what else was I going to say? Just talking about some healthier habits and lifestyle changes that you can incorporate right away. So like I said, I drink water first thing every day. Right? As soon as I got up this morning, turned off my alarm at 5:30, got up and drank out of the water jug before I even went to the bathroom. And then I came out and I drank a little more. Then last thing at night too. So it's basically, I'm keying this habit stacking. Like I said, it's not necessarily a habit to wake up every morning, but it's something I do every day. I hit that alarm and it's like, water. I almost wish I could switch a thing to say drink water. And then same thing at night. I'm laying down to go to bed. I went to the bathroom for the last time. Oh, that's another thing. Like, at work and throughout the day when I use the restroom. I started stacking it just in the last couple of days of last week, and then today I remembered it too. So I just take a big swig of water out of my 20-ounce bottle. Oh, which by the way, I think I drank about 60 ounces of water today, and then my 3 cups of tea. So it probably ended up being like 80 ounces of water, close to something like that, 75, 80. And my urine was pretty clear, but had a little bit of yellow. So it was, and I think that's why I had so much strength in the gym today too. So staying hydrated and then walking. I only walked 2.2 miles an hour. I mean, I can jog 6 miles an hour for, half marathon almost pace, but when I'm trained up. So I'm not like that unfit that that I can't walk faster than that. I'm just purposely taking it super easy because it's easy. Make it easy on yourself. I'm just watching TV at the gym. There's like 20 big screen TVs up there. I don't even know. I was just watching some game show or something and just lollygagging along, just chilling, getting a little leg workout and just letting, burning up that sugar, just standing up. Like I said, you're burning 100, like for my body size, I'm burning like 150 calories an hour just sleeping, so, or at least 100. So, all right, guys. We'll check in tomorrow. It'll be 48 hours in, and then we'll see. We'll monitor my weight. Just by what I just weighed, I'm guessing I might want to go an extra day, or maybe the whole 2 extra days, and then that'll give me 2 days of eating, because I don't want to mess up that I fast on my normal 4 days on of work. So then I'd have 2 days off, and then I'd be back on my 4 days. So that could be a nice little stretch where I actually fast for like 10 out of 12 days. And it's a little easier that way, because like if you try to fast 12 days, even as many times as I've done it, I know just from I did it a couple years ago. I did a 14-day fast, not last summer, but the summer before. And from day like 9 on, I was hurting bad. Like, it's just like electrolytes were off and energy was just drained, and I was losing body fat, obviously, like crazy. But, it gets, your body's like, hey, he's not eating. We need to shut him down a little bit. So it does slow you down. So I think if you can fast forward, like that's why I this work shift change and this desire to really just shift my paradigm and just go for it, like pray to God and say, Jesus, is this the right thing to do? And just go for it, again, I got a few more subscribers today and last night and today throughout the day. I kind of monitor it. Just kind of excites me to see people joining the team. And so welcome to the new subscribers. And thank you so much for checking me out. Oh, I got somebody said good evening, but I didn't see it till just now, and they're already gone. Oh, it was my son. Hopefully he sees my response that I saw him on there earlier. So thanks to the new subscribers. Feel free to comment and put in your, I don't want to call it 2 cents, but you know what I'm saying, put in your dime. And I'm happy to comment on the next video, whatever information you want to talk about, or I haven't talked too much about like my history as far as like how did I get, I guess I brought it up a little bit, but like how did I let myself get that out of shape, and what kind of childhood did I have, how hard did I work out, and all that kind of stuff. I think it kind of can lead to my military service, and I practiced jiu-jitsu off and on for many years, and I was a Golden Glove boxer, and I think it all just adds up when you're fit and active and do so much when you're younger. It really, and then you stop. It really it packs on the weight quick, So kind of reminds me, like I was talking about, like guys get out of the NFL, big defensive linemen, or even the more fit guys like linebackers and running backs and stuff. You see them blown up after they get out of the NFL. I mean, not all of them, but I mean, it happens because they're just so active their entire life, and then all of a sudden, whoop, it's over. So that's why I say I don't want this routine. This routine may change, and different patterns of it may come and go, but I just want to never quit. I don't ever want to stop making these videos unless I'm like, maybe if I'm retired and I just I move on with some other endeavors. But for the foreseeable future, like I said in the beginning, even if it's just a 5-minute video to check in and say, this is what's up, this is how I'm doing, once I'm down to my healthy weight and I could say, I'm eating this kind of diet or that kind of diet. Like, I didn't even mention it, but I did try, maybe I did mention it, but I tried being vegetarian for a month, like 2 months ago. And if you've never tried it, it is not, it is not very challenging at all. Like the price of meat nowadays, I mean, I'm middle class income, but I pay a lot of child support. So, I mean, um, for me to be buying ribeye steaks for every meal like I'd want and T-bones and prime rib, I love meat, but I mean, it's expensive. So, I mean, I usually forego very much meat. That's why I buy a lot of like chicken thighs and stuff like that. It's a little cheaper and it's awesome. So, um, my point was when I ate vegetarian for a month, and just buying celery and just all kinds of fruits and vegetables and melons mostly fruits, but and then cottage cheese for some protein and almonds, and it's actually feels great like to eat vegetarian. And it's like, well, where are you going to get your protein? There's so many ways they get their protein. It's not even worth bringing up. So anyway, it is almost 9 o'clock, and we're getting to start to drag it on. So you guys, again, thank you so much. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, do what you can do. Get started. Watch all the videos from the beginning. Like them all. Comment on them all. Let me know if you were trying even some of the baby steps. Or, if any of my videos have motivated you to alter your outlook on life, and maybe try to maybe quit smoking. I almost said try quit smoking, but you can't try. You got to just decide to do it. Maybe you just got to get back in the gym. Like one of the one video I made that I'm advertising it. That's why there's like 8,000 views on it, but it's terrible. It's just, I did something. I got to remake it soon. But, the videos for guys, my age and older, and, or at least close, like 45 and over, that are overweight, and maybe just, you feel like there's just nobody that's on your team at where you are. You get on some YouTube channel and the guy's just jacked already, trying to tell you what to do, and just telling you what to eat and telling you what workouts to do. And this is what works so good, and this is what works so good. It's like, yeah, that it's all true, except for when your head is not in the game, right? And you just don't follow it. You don't eat what he says to eat, and you don't exercise to the intensity or frequency that they're incorporating. So that's what this series is about. It's to just tell you that there's a helping hand, man. When you're down, I want to be there for you. If you need some encouragement, I even thought maybe as this video series goes on and I start getting in better and better shape, where people will I have enough respect for myself already, but when I'm getting in better shape, other people may have more respect for me as well. That maybe I will do some private coaching, or like some Zoom coaching, maybe on like on Patreon or one of those other services where we can get off of YouTube and could have a small subscription fee to be able to have some private lessons and private sessions. I mean, to just motivate and encourage you and get you on the right path in the right direction. So if there'd be any interest in that, comment on this video. That might be something that, even if you're not particularly interested in it personally, but you think maybe some people would be, give me a little word of encouragement, just to try to steer this channel in the right direction to help the most people. And, like I said, if all this channel does is help some guy like get rid of his pre-diabetes, or, like if you watch the one that says the one about diabetes, it's all exactly true. It was so simple to get rid of, and so easy to do, when you're motivated by some debilitating disease. I mean, diabetes is bad if you don't take care of it. So, all right, guys, I think I said it like 3 times and I'm out of here. So God bless you guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow.